if you think of how all this got going, you got to at least tip your hat to Elon Musk. And he has talked about the impact of AI on jobs. And he's speaking at a conference, I believe, in Paris. And he's saying the impact is not going to be good for those who are working. Probably none of us will have a job. Now, he might have been saying that for effect, but he says long term in a benign scenario, any job that somebody does would be optional. Says he could see a possible scenario, given development of artificial intelligence, where jobs could become hobbies. That's kind of like it is for me. Anyway, he also says the AI impact on education could result in a scenario whereby each child would have Einstein as a teacher. There's something to look forward to. But again, he's sort of musing on this, but recognizing the obvious or warning us about potentially the obvious, that jobs could go, maybe a lot of them, maybe yours. Is it really that dire? Jason Greer, as a labor management consultant, knows this inside and out. Jason, that's kind of depressing what he's saying, but is he right?
No, he's not right. It's so depressing. Let's be real. Latest statistics show that 85 million jobs could become obsolete by the year 2025. Who's to say that's the case? What we do know is that a lot of jobs that are rote, when you look at HR functions, when you look at sales, when you look at marketing, jobs where it really doesn't take a lot of thinking, it just takes basic input, those jobs are potentially going to be obsolete. But in terms of believing that your child is going to be raised by Einstein and you're basically going to sit back and watch Netflix, that's not the case.
So who's the most vulnerable, and how can they avoid being the most vulnerable?
Great question. If you're in customer service, please understand your job within the next year to 2 years is going to become obsolete because that's the nature of artificial intelligence. If you have a job that is in any shape or form dealing with data entry, that's going to be obsolete. But I'm going to tell you on the other side of that, the jobs that we're actually seeing a lot of growth in that are sort of AI-proof, typically those jobs that involve some type of human interaction. We're seeing that the latest statistics come out says that if you're a mental health therapist, and I say this, I had a social work degree where I was happy to make $22,000 coming out of college. Now you have recent college graduates that are making $75,000 as mental health therapists. This is a crazy world. I never saw it coming. So, when a lot of bosses are saying that they could see pairing their staffs or not needing as many people in the years going forward, is it education? Is it your work ethic? Is it both that will set you apart? I mean, you've got to be necessary to the organization. They got to figure there's a way to make a buck off you, right? Yeah, most definitely. I think it's going to be your work ethic. It's also going to be, and I live by the statement, it's called proximity bias. Proximity bias essentially says that in every shape or form, that if you are near your manager and your manager knows you, then they're more likely in any shape or form to keep your job. I think on the other side of it, what it really comes down to is get to know artificial intelligence. If you are a potential grad who's coming out, or if you're a person who's looking to essentially re-up your skill set, get to understand artificial intelligence because there are industries that are looking for your skill set.
Got it, Jason. Words to live by or be careful about. And whoever provided the IFB for you, that's a job that looks debatable right now. So we'll look into that. I apologize for all of that. Jason, very good having you. I learned a lot.